Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Perfection Art by Tracy, and I'm Tracy. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm doing a voiceover to this video because I was not expecting to even share it with you guys. I'm doing a Dutch pour, and here you can see I'm trying out all different kinds of hair dryers. That other one I just ordered, and it didn't only move the paint around, it completely blew the paint off the canvas. And this is a little one that I ordered off of Amazon, and it worked good, but I ended up going back to the little Berta. It just seemed to give me the best results. If you have been a part of my channel for a while, you know that the Dutch pour, I have said it so many times, is the one technique that still gives me the most challenges. And I am determined this year to conquer it. And I was convinced that it was the hair dryers that I was using. I'm not exaggerating. I probably have 7 to 8 different hair dryers that I've purchased, just trying to find one that blew at the right consistency to, pull off the Dutch pour. And I have to agree that it really has a lot to do with your hair dryer. Molly from Molly's Artistry sold me this little Berta after the last fab in Delray Beach, Florida. And I've only used it one other time, but the hype is definitely worth it because this hair dryer blows hard enough to move the paint, but still soft enough to give you control. So I'm going to try to talk you guys through this because it truly was one of my most favorite Dutch pours I've ever done. That first color I just laid down was Prussian Rose, and now I'm laying down Paynes Gray. And this one is TLP, this little piggy Hammerhead, but I did add a little bit of DecoArt Pewter. And then that was Titanium Buff Light. And this is TLP's Ballet Slipper. And right here, mistakes were still made. I don't know what possessed me to pour this little tail off of this semicircle. But I will let you know I do end up going back and fixing that. So now I'm just popping the air bubbles, and here you'll see this is real time. I'm going very, very slow and just trying to move the paint. I still say all of your biggest mistakes are noticed during editing, because even though I was very, very pleased with this piece, I can still look back now and see some things that I wish I had done differently. And again, I was filming this video just for that purpose, just so I could go back and look and see, what did I do wrong? What did I want to do differently? But the overall piece turned out so beautiful. I had to share it with you guys. Again, I have not done many Dutch pours that I'm pleased with. And this one, I can't wait for you to see the end result. But as far as the colors go, they are very, very similar to a color palette that Erica Hughes used a couple of months ago or so. She was doing a cloud pour, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I changed him up a little bit, but I definitely want to give her credit for inspiring these colors. So you'll see me kind of stop and pause a little bit and look, and here I can tell I do not like this bottom. I don't like how solid that pink was, so I scraped it, which is One of the great things about a Dutch pour and fluid art, if you don't like a section or an area, most of the time it can be fixed. So I just took a popsicle stick and scraped that off and then just laid down some more of my base coat. And I'm just spreading it out a little bit with the popsicle stick. I will give you a little hint. Now I'm contemplating again on what I want to do next. And I'm seeing something, but I'm not going to let you guys know quite yet what I'm seeing. So I decided to do the new little finger painting, some people are calling it the little botanical swipes. And this was so much fun. I will say it is a lot harder than it looks. You really, like at first, that straight line that I just did, I went, ooh, well, that doesn't look like any type of botanical leaf. But most of these turned out gorgeous. But you do have to stop and think, which way would your line go if it were an actual leaf? You don't want to drag your line or your finger through an area that has beautiful cells. So I've sped this part up a little bit for you, but I still wanted you to be able to see, kind of my method to my madness, I guess. That leaf right there, or petal, or actually I'll give you a hint. It turns out this reminds me of feathers, so I'll call them feathers, but that one that I had just done was my absolute favorite. And so again, I'm just dragging my finger through and trying to do some definition. It is a very, very light touch. You do not want to go all the way down to the canvas. And now is when I realized that whole little tail that I poured just did not need to be there. So again, I'm just taking the popsicle stick and scraping that part off. And remember, scrape your sides too. If the paint has blown down those sides, make sure that you clean your sides off. Because even though you go back and you put your base coat, a lot of times those colors will still shine through. So you want to make sure you clean your sides off as well. And then I'm just taking the hairdryer and moving it. All this paint is self-leveling, so if you've got a few little ridges and bumps, they normally work themselves out by the end. So now I'm just incorporating that last little area. And coming up is when I really, really start to notice what I'm seeing. And here I'm just blowing with my mouth, with my breath, just to fan out that area a little bit. Since I scraped it, I didn't want it to have that harsh line from being scraped. So, of course, I always pile my hair on top of my head, and I still somehow end up with paint in my hair. And I'll link all of the hair dryers that I used down in the description box below, along with all of the colors that I've used as well. Like I said, I've purchased so many different hair dryers, but the little travel ones definitely seem to work the best. So you can check the links in my description box if you're interested in ordering any of the hair dryers that hopefully turn your Dutch pours into something beautiful. Right here is when I said, oh my goodness, this looks like a kneeling, praying angel with humongous, gorgeous wings. I actually have a wooden statue of like a mother holding her child, and this reminds me of that. I'll insert a picture of that so you can see what I'm talking about. But I wanted to turn the canvas so you could see from my perspective. And I just think it turned out gorgeous. I was terrified I was going to mess it up, because this really is, it's my most favorite Dutch pour that I've ever done. Oh, and here I wanted to zoom in a little bit and just kind of show you sometimes, this is how I go back and fix my sides too. You take a little bit of your base coat on like a popsicle stick and you angle it at the top and then just very gently kind of roll it down the side. It makes the sides very, very smooth and cohesive, like it was always there. But can y'all see in the middle of this Dutch pour what looks like a little kneeling, praying angel? I hope y'all can see that. Hopefully with me inserting the statue that I have, it helps you get that vision a little more. And just doing one last final bubble pop, and now I'm going to give you guys the flyover. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for always joining me in this journey and learning along with me and leaving me comments and suggestions and ideas. I greatly appreciate all of you so, so much. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. So I have lots and lots in store for this year. So I can't wait for you all to join me. Look at those little tiny pink cells. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, I just love the way this turned out. And that hammerhead mixed with just oh, that's my favorite one right there. But that hammerhead mixed with just a little bit of that pewter just gave it such a beautiful color. Look at the cells in that one. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And that one. And there's a little kneeling angel. I'm so pleased with this piece. I'd love to know your thoughts, so please leave me a comment. And as always, until next time, bye friends.